Hey, what's up? It's Naseem. In today's video, I am going to be talking about what type of person do you have to become to be in sales. Before we get into today's video, I want to give a shout out to a jewelry brand. You guys know I love my jewelry so much, and I always get questions asked about what I'm wearing. And this beautiful evil eye necklace on this gold dainty chain here is so pretty. It's got like the crystals around the eye. This one is from the brand Gemma Azzurro, and you guys have to check them out. They have some amazing, stunning, unique pieces. This one beautiful piece is like this emerald green necklace. As you can see there, it's like a beautiful emerald green stone on a gold chain necklace. This is more of like a choker. How freaking stunning is this gold and emerald green stone lariat piece? And it just drops all the way down. It's got the 3 emerald green stones, and you can just layer this if you want with like your other necklaces. I'm layering it here with the evil eye necklace. They also sent me this beautiful gold chain necklace that has these crystals, and this one is gorgeous. This one would also be a stunning piece to layer with this as well. You can wear this one alone if you want, because it's stunning alone as it is. And I will leave a link down below, so please feel free to check them out. They have really affordable, just super cute, fun pieces. You're looking for something that's just like a beautiful statement piece like this one here that you can wear on an evening out, dress up your outfits. Check them out. In my last video, I talked about natural born salesperson. I know you probably heard that term a bunch. I think that we always question whether there are folks who are born into sales, who are naturally a great conversationalist, and they are just meant for sales, as if like sales was created for these people. I would actually argue against that. I think that there are definitely extraordinary individuals who possess a unique blend of skills and traits and personalities that are achieved over a period of time. But I do think that it takes a lot of practice and experience. And so I think it's just a shift in your mindset into believing that you can also embody these traits as well. These folks, yes, they have the ability to turn prospects into loyal customers. They're able to drive growth for themselves, for the company. And they are able to do this because of their years of experience, years of practice. They are able to hone in on their craft, and you too can embody these characteristics and these personality traits. With all of that said, I am going to tell you what I believe are the top 5 characteristic traits that you can embody to become a successful salesperson. So the first one, I think this is so important, is resilient to rejection. You are going to hear time and time again on calls the words no. You are going to get hung up on. That is just a matter of fact. That is what sales is. And you have to accept that. If you are doing outreach, if you are reaching out to so many people on a daily basis, you have to realize and accept the fact that there are going to be people who are going to hang up on you, who are going to say no to you, who are going to have a bad attitude, probably 90% of the time. So you really have to just accept that going into sales, this is what it is. This is the reality of sales. You can't take rejection personally. You cannot let that affect your psyche. You cannot let that make you feel like any less of a salesperson. You cannot make that like the defining moment of who you are, and let that affect your career. In fact, you have to look at rejection as like a good thing. You have to almost like shift your mentality to thinking that, oh wow, I'm getting rejected by this person. Like, let me improve on the next call. Let me take that as an opportunity for self-reflection and improve my intro, improve my outro, improve something about that call. A lot of successful salespeople will take rejection as an opportunity for growth. And I think, you know, a lot of times, especially with new salespeople, they'll see rejection as like a bad thing. But look at it this way. When you are getting rejected, even if take sales out of the equation. Let's say you're getting rejected for a job opportunity or by your friend. Look at it as, wow, I'm really putting myself out there, right? If I was constantly getting accepted or hearing the word yes all the time, you're not outside of your comfort zone. You're in your comfort zone in that situation. And it's actually a good thing that you are getting rejected, because that just means that you're pushing the limits. I think a lot of times when we are getting rejected, we look at it as a bad thing and we take it personally. You cannot take it personally at all. You really have to shift your perspective on it and look at it as a positive. So I would say the first thing is just being resilient to rejection. Number 2, confidence. Having confidence is so key, especially in sales when you are dealing with a lot of different personality types. You are putting yourself out there with all of your outreach and your prospecting, and confidence speaks volumes. You cannot have a growth mindset if you are lacking self-confidence. I think a lot of times too, we think confidence comes from achievements, and when you've achieved that success, right? It's like, okay, once I've achieved that success, I'm going to become a more confident person. And that can't be more opposite than the truth, because confidence doesn't come from accomplishments, from those achievements. You have to be confident from within in order for you to achieve success and for you to achieve those dreams and those goals. So really work on how to be more confident from within, especially if you're early on in your career, because there is nothing worse than feeling insecure, lacking self-confidence, and that then will that spills over into your conversations, into your behaviors, and the prospects will definitely feel that. Tony Robbins, I wrote this down because he has this amazing quote, and I will leave a link to this article about how to be confident that he wrote. And he says, whatever you hold in your mind on a consistent basis is exactly what you will experience in your life. So being confident means that even if you fail 90% of the time, even if you're getting hung up on, you are not going to throw in the towel. You are going to keep going, because you are making these actionable steps towards your goals and towards being a more confident person. And those beliefs will gradually start to solidify. Having that growth mindset, it will help you to build your confidence. There's so many different articles, books. You can do affirmations in the morning to help you with your confidence. So there's just tons of resources out there, but I would highly urge you to really look at your confidence levels in sales, because it is so crucial. It's so important. It's one of the biggest, most important personality traits, I would say, to becoming a good salesperson. The third kind of goes in line with confidence, and that's optimism. And I have so much to say on this topic because I know that there are a lot of folks that will say that they are not an optimistic person, that they are a realistic person. They want to, choose the realist approach. But being an optimistic person, I think, will, again, change your mindset into having like a growth mindset and looking at things from a more positive outlook and thinking that things are going to work in your favor. I think with the realistic approach of constantly asking, well, what if this happens? Or I'm just being realistic and thinking about the worst case scenarios or all of the different possible scenarios. And I'm here to say, well, the realistic approach is not fully 100% embracing the optimistic approach, and in fact is actually limiting your beliefs, because you're constantly worrying and thinking and analyzing about every single outcome, where it's almost like you're getting distracted by all this noise and all of the possibilities. Whereas with an optimistic approach, you're fully embracing and believing that things are going to work in your favor, that you are taking this really positive mindset that everything is going to work out towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards what you're wanting, what your needs are, right? So it's really, simply put, switching from a negative mindset to a positive mindset. And you really have to believe that you are a top producer. You have something to offer that's of value to these prospects. You're going to turn these prospects into loyal customers. Customers trust you. You're able to build rapport. You're a great listener. All of these things are having a very optimistic mindset. So start telling yourself these things. I know you want to kind of sway the way of, well, let me think about this situation and that situation, start questioning things, but you really have to put that aside and start being more optimistic in sales, because it speaks volumes. That optimism is so contagious. I mean, think about it. When you're an optimistic person, it changes your demeanor, it changes your behavior, it changes the way that you carry conversations, and it's felt over the phone. I can't tell you how many times, even when I'm like smiling on the phone and I'm talking to people, that smile, I think it changes the way the words are being heard, right? It's like the customer almost senses it, and it shifts the whole conversation. And that's why I started having a mirror. Like, I put a mirror in front of me, not because I want to look at myself and do makeup and do my hair and check, how my makeup is or whatever. No, it's because I want to be cautious of my facial expressions. I want to know if I'm frowning. I want to relax my jaw. I want to smile when I'm on the phone, because it's like that exudes into the conversation. So yeah, think about that and work on that, because that is key. Fourth topic I want to address is active listening. How many times were you distracted on a call? How many times were you distracted in a conversation and it instantly turns the other person off? It gets them pissed off because you're on your phone, you're scrolling, you're looking at Twitter, etc., and you're not engaged. And it instantly turns the other person off because you are not being present. Active listening is exactly what it is. You are present, you're fully engaged, you're giving the person your undivided attention. And I know sometimes it can be tough. This was tough for me a lot early on in my sales career, because I was constantly looking at my script and worried about, well, I got to ask this question, or I got to make sure to ask this question next. And what type of question should I be asking next? And how do I overcome this objection? And that's why I think it's so key to kind of internalize the scripts, really memorize and know what sort of questions to be asking, so that you're not worried about what types of questions to be asking next. And you can be giving the person your undivided attention, because you want to be there engaging with them really understanding what their needs are, what their wants are, and listening to them, because you want them to feel heard and the customer wants to feel heard, right? And so a lot of the times we, as salespeople, want to make sure that we're gathering all the right information and that we're asking everything that we need to be asking, but slow down. It's a conversation. You want to be fully present and engaged, because the other person will sense it. They will feel that you're pushy or that you're too salesy or you're following a script, and they're instantly going to walk away and they're going to hang up the phone. So don't be that salesperson. I know it's tough, but active listening is key. I've got my phone here with all of my notes about how to be fully present and active listening. So I will leave some links down below, but again, it takes a while to learn this skill. I think it takes some practice, but try to treat every conversation like you're talking to a friend, that you genuinely are caring for them, for their emotions, their needs, wants, and what they're telling you over the phone. And then the last topic, the last thing that I think is very important in sales is to be empathic and to have empathy. And as I was looking online about, how to have empathy and how to give different examples to you, I came across a Harvard Business Review. They ran a study, a 7-year study actually, and they found that what a good salesman had were these two traits, empathy and ego drive, and that it was the balance of the two that helped these salespeople become successful. Basically, it was a balance in the sense that they had enough empathy where they would be able to put themselves in the customer's shoes. They really felt the needs and the emotions of the customer, but they were also fulfilling their own ego drive because they knew that they had to make a sale. They were driven by their own ego, by money, whatever the case may be, right? And so it was like this balance between the two. So having empathy is, again, it kind of goes hand in hand with the active listening, because you're so fully engaged and you're listening, but you're also listening with the intention of putting yourself in their shoes and connecting to their emotions, and really kind of understanding what is it that they are needing. You're really there to listen, to understand, to feel, and consider, the challenges that they're facing. Having that genuine concern for their needs and being able to address them effectively is what's going to make you a successful salesperson. Empathy goes a long way, and not, again, just in sales, but also in interpersonal relationships, in marriage, with, family relationships. It helps you become a great conversationalist too, because you are really putting yourself in that other person's shoes. And really, at the end of the day, ask yourself this about whether or not sales is right for you, or if you want to get into sales. Can you handle making 100 calls in a day, only to have 5 people pick up out of the 100 calls? 3 of them will hang up on you instantly. Then 2 of them will have an attitude. And maybe 1 of them will be nice to you, but they're really trying to get you off of the phone. So that, in a nutshell, is sort of what you can look forward to in sales. And if you can handle that, then great. Maybe consider a career in sales. I hope this video was somewhat helpful, but I will leave all the links and some of my past videos about this topic in the description box down below. But leave me a comment letting me know if you are early on in your sales career, if you're looking to get into sales, or if you've been in sales for years and years. I'm always curious to know who's watching my videos. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.